So Nick, you drove up today.
I drove up today.
And where are we right now?
Right now, we're in Lampa Manufacturing in Tower, Minnesota. I noticed there's 480 people that live in Tower, Minnesota. I always want to come up here. The Arrowhead 135 ends here. I've been looking at that race. Looks like a fun race. But I'm here to pick up a medium Kuuma stove for my mobile sauna unit that I'm working on right now. And yeah, I've been daydreaming about coming up here for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're finally making it happen.
It's coming up here for a pickup. And so why Kuuma? Like, what's your experience with the stove and why Kuuma?
Yeah, I mean, 3 main reasons, I think. The fact that it's Minnesota made, up here in the Iron Range, beautiful stove. I like that it has the window in the front. You get to watch your flame. That's a really fun aspect of it. And then, at the end of the day, the heat that it gives off. And yeah, it's just really radiant heat, and it's going to be perfect for that wood fire feel that I'm going for. And I've run several saunas with the Kuuma stove, and by far my favorite heat. It really holds on to that heat too. That's
yeah. And you need that in Minnesota in the winter. You're going to be having a lot of people opening and closing the hot room door.
Yeah.
How important is the punch? Like having the power of the heat?
Yeah. Well, so I was telling your video guy that I run a sauna in a public location, so there's people coming in and out every 90 minutes, new people, and I really want them to walk in the sauna and it to feel like, oh, this is not just my electric sauna that I turned off at home or infrared sauna. I want it to be like, this is something different, this is an experience. And then when they're out in nature down by the lake, they have the wonderful heat to go with it. It should be epic in all senses of the heat, the cold, the windows, the lake, all of it. So yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with these are such beautiful stoves. They're absolutely gorgeous stoves. And it was fun just walking back there. It's like these things are all made 50 feet away, as opposed to being shipped in from somewhere. So I really, really love that.
Yeah, me too.
That I do have to point out. Yeah. The other reason I need to get this stove now and get it broken in is because Fest is coming up October 5th, and that is when I hope to showcase my sauna build. And we're going to get it done enough so that it can be hot for that awesome event.
And Nick, we're going out to my island cabin, 1996 sauna, and that's going to be a key part of bench talk between cool downs and lake plunges and stuff, is we're going to talk about the triage you use to get this sauna completed for Fest October. Now, another thing, I don't know if you can get this involved and stuff, but Nick is a Wim Hof certified breathwork instructor. And so you're no stranger to cold.
Right.
And putting you on the spot, how do you look at the bookends of hot and cold as it relates to this stove particularly in creating sauna? Like, what is the parallel that you've experienced through sitting in an ice cold lake as it relates to sauna?
Yeah. Well, actually 2 things I want to say about that. One, so when I run my sauna down by the lake, I go down there early in the morning, it's cold inside, it's cold outside, and I light the fire, but then it takes a good hour and 15 minutes for it to warm up. And so then you're going to spend some time in the cold. I usually go for a run, or I do my dip then, and it's this anticipation for the heat. The other thing is, Minnesotans, if you tell people they can sauna after they go into the cold water, they're a lot more likely to get in that cold water than if you tell them, all right, cold water, and then we're going to dance for 20 minutes in the snow.
So it's a get out of jail free card.
Yeah, so it's very much a mental thing, but yeah, I mean, once you add sauna to the cold dipping experience, especially when you're cutting holes in the ice, you get the push and pull of that hot and cold, and it really does wonders for your system, both for your health and I don't know, for your mentality, especially during those cold, dark months in the winter. Yeah. So yeah,
well said.
I love the punch of the heat and the punch of the cold.
Amen. Thanks for coming to Tower, man.
Yeah,
218 sauna happening.
All right, can't wait to pick her up.